I'm really happy you're here, bro.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking out.
I'm happy to be here also.
Thanks for taking out some time to come talk with me. This is not the first episode, but this is the official launch. So this will be episode 1, technically.
It's so funny because this morning I was thinking about this and I was like, now me go be the first person.
Yeah.
So someone else be the first. Then I like look at the clip and well, it's alright.
Oh, you went online and listened to it?
No. I was like, probably if you've maybe done episode 1 with someone else.
No.
Look at that.
I mean, I told you you're going to be the first one.
Yeah. I was just wondering, like, I'll be the first. So
I know you're Olaide. Welcome again. The floor is yours.
yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's I'm so happy to be here. Like, it's so nice. It's always nice talking about Nigeria and to be talking about Nigeria to a fellow Nigerian. It's something that's like I really enjoy and I always look forward to because we only have each other here, and no matter where you go, the shadow of Nigeria always follows you everywhere.
Yeah.
Irrespective of like the fact that you have probably a PR abroad or you're a citizen, like Nigeria still follow you. You have loved ones in Nigeria, and I don't know where to start, honestly. Yeah.
You can start with how did you get here?
Definitely, like I'm from Nigeria, from Ogun State, Abeokuta, and my family we are based in Abeokuta, and I spent some time in FUNAB Staff School as like for my primary school education. Then my secondary school, I went to the famous Abeokuta Grammar School.
Famous.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Like the top school in the top secondary school in Ogun State, Abeokuta.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and we are called Axobas. That's what.
Oh, really?
The graduates from the secondary school.
Axobas?
Axoba, AGSOBA. That's Abeokuta Grammar School.
Oh, so just the acronym.
Old Boys Association. Yeah.
Oh, do you guys have a legit association?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay, that's a big school then. Because if your school has a legit association, then that's a big school.
Yeah. Then after my secondary school education, a lot of things happened. WAEC, JAMB, all those normal stuff for Nigerian. Like you fail JAMB once, then try to write again.
Oh man.
Then even after passing JAMB, like it doesn't mean that automatically you get an admission. Like
post JAMB,
competitive post JAMB is there.
Yeah.
And even after post JAMB, like I don't know, indigenship is there. Like if you're not an indigene of that state, it's also there. But
tell me about it.
Yeah, before I actually got into Lagos State University where I had my undergrad, I did this IJMB, like an A-level stuff at Ilorin. Yeah, so I did it for a year, and I thought I could probably get into the University of Ilorin with my results there because I think I had 11 points out of 16
that
program. So, but eventually, I think the same year I wrote JAMB, and I processed LASU, Lagos State University at that time, but I didn't get in. I didn't actually get in. I had to retake my JAMB, then like still go for LASU again.
So was there a reason why you didn't get in? Or?
And that's
probably a number of things just cut off or something.
I was applying to study medicine and surgery, and I'm not a Lagosian. So, and I think, I wasn't a Lagos State indigene, and there was something wrong with the post-JAMB that time because it was like written pencil and paper that time. So, there were a lot of controversy. I didn't actually see
what year was that?
Results. That was in 2015.
Yeah, because
2014. Yeah,
I wanted to verify because when you said that time, pencil, probably think probably in the 90s. No, it was quite recent. Yeah,
it was in 2014. Yeah, I think sometimes in 2014 around July and August.
Yeah.
So I didn't see my post-JAMB results. Like I don't know what happened that year.
Damn.
So I had to like complete the A-levels in Ilorin, then write JAMB in 2015. And thankfully in 2015, I passed jump and the post jump.
Oh.
Yeah, and I got into Lagos State University, but I applied to medicine and surgery. Unfortunately, I was offered microbiology, so I wasn't too lucky. I thought I would probably be a medical doctor, but life happens.
Yeah.
Well,
You just
so
keep it moving.
yeah, so I studied microbiology in LASU for 4 years. When I started, always wanted to be the best or be among the best. And with my experience with the A levels in Lorraine, I think that really prepared me a lot for my undergrad because I've done taken most of those courses, and I had a feel for how the university life is. So that really prepared me. I started in LASU microbiology. My first semester, I had 4.48 CGPA.
Damn.
And I was like,
Shit.
if I'm this close to a first class grade, 4.5 in my first semester, then
Yeah.
I think I should be able to carry on. If I put in more efforts, I should be able to continue doing well academically, then
Yeah.
keep boosting or increasing my grades and as time goes on.
And the max was 6, right? Or was
The
it
max was 5 points.
5 points? Yeah.
In the second semester of my first year, I just had to work harder. That semester I had 4.8 GPA.
Bro.
Then my CGPA went up to 4.6, 3 or 6 something. I really can't remember.
Yeah.
But I kept on improving, and my grades keep going up.
Damn.
When I got to year 3, I was on 4.7. I was on
CGPA?
CGPA, yeah.
Damn.
When I got to the third year, and as at that point, I was actually thinking about the future at that point. I was like this is a first class grade, and I just need to maintain this grade and try to graduate with a first class.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was thinking about what would happen after I complete my studies in LASU because I don't know, my parents are not that rich. They are not rich. They're just like an average Nigerian family.
Yeah.
And my parents are not too connected, so it's not as if I have a job waiting for me or
no long leg
company that
aka
to take me
aka long leg
when I complete my
yeah
undergrad. So at that time I had to do an IT, and like a lot of people are going to the some companies to do their IT, and I sent emails to some companies regarding IT, and I couldn't really get into one. So
IT is industrial training, by the way.
Industrial training, yeah.
Just like internship.
Exactly, just like internship, yeah. And I think we had to do it for 3 or 6 months then. So it was so difficult for me to get an IT placement in my third year, and that makes me think about the future. And I was like, if I graduate now, what would actually come of me? Like, you're a first class student, a potential first class graduate, and people will be looking at what will become of you after school.
You be the
school is a scam. All this
first class who graduated and doesn't have a job.
Exactly. So all this common narrative, school is a scam. Scholars, what will they achieve after their undergrad and all that? So I started thinking of an escape plan for myself.
Yeah.
So luckily for me also, I was able to, during my undergrad, I was able to develop a good relationship with most of my lecturers and professors in the Department of Microbiology in LASU. So I always interact with them, try to talk to them to know what's going on in the field, and in terms of scholarship. So there's this professor. It was the Dean of Student Affairs from when I was in year 3 and also year 4 for 2 years, for 4 years in total. I think he used them 2 tenures then.
Yeah.
So we became close when I was in year 3 to one of my friend, my best friend Kenny. So Kenny is in Indiana University now.
Oh wow!
And we do everything together in LASU then doing undergrad.
You gotta have good friends.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta have good connects.
Yeah, exactly. I think that was actually one of the difference for me, because Kenny always motivates me. When we started in LASU, in the first semester of 100 level, Kenny had 5.0.
Bro,
I had 4.48. So Kenny has always been someone that motivates me a lot. When we started in LASU, me and Kenny in the first semester, we are not that close. We met doing the faculty and departmental registration. Then we just talk once in a while. Kenny goes to the library every day. I don't go to the library because I just think it's weird for people to see me studying. So I don't go to the library. I just like try to study at home.
Yeah.
But then after the first semester, like Kenny had 5.0.
You're like, bro, there must be something going on at the library.
Exactly. And I had to just like assess myself.
Yep.
I was like, wow, Kenny always advise me to come to the library, but I don't like going to the library. So I had to like look at what I did wrong in my first semester of 100 level.
Can you imagine what I did wrong?
Yeah, what I did
At
wrong.
4.448, what did I do? Wow.
Yeah, I look at how to improve myself.
Yeah.
From second semester of 100 level, like I always go to a library. Even on Saturdays, I go to a library. On Sundays, I go to school to study, just like Kenny. So like
Yeah.
we became very close. Like
That's good.
yeah, we became more close then, and like started encouraging each other and motivating each other. And like I got the results in the second semester of 100 level. I had 4.8 out of 5. I had A in all my courses except one, and it's a mathematics course. I had a C.
Oh,
which
damn.
was kind of surprising, but it's good because it's progress for me. Like I went from 4.48 in a semester to 4.8 in the next semester.
Yeah,
And my
that's
CGPA
a
was
significant
4.6
jump.
after 100 level. So
That's a significant jump.
yeah, that was a significant jump. So
what was the escape plan you thought of?
yeah. I was going there, but I had to just deviate.
Yeah.
Kenny actually had a twin brother. Like obviously his name is Kenny, so he had a twin brother Taiwo.
Yeah.
So Taiwo was given a scholarship around that time, the end of 200 level. So Kenny went there, and Kenny met this man. He has always seen this man around in LASU, and he knew he was a professor, but he wasn't sure which department the man is. Because we are in microbiology department, and at that time we don't know all the like lecturers in that department.
Yeah.
So Kenny was trying to get back to LASU from the events, I think around Lagos Island, and it just like was like went to ask the man that, are you going to LASU? Can you take me along? Then like he up into the man's car and they came to LASU together, and they chatted, and like the man asked Kenny what department he is, and the man was so surprised that Kenny is in microbiology department. And he's on a first class as at 200 level second semester. So when the man heard that Kenny was on a first class, he was
At
so
200.
surprised and so happy. So from there they started talking, and Kenny goes to his office. Then Kenny always takes me along. I was so quiet and shy, so I always like listen and try to learn from their conversations and all that. But eventually we both became very close to the man, and like we worked with other lecturers too. We interact with them. We try to get ideas from them and all that. So I heard of a girl, Maureen. She finished, I think she finished in like 2012 or 2013. So I heard that she got a Ph.D. scholarship to Indiana University here in the US. So like lecturers in the department talks about Maureen and all that. So, and they always like, we should follow Maureen's footsteps.
Of course.
And all
Like
that. So, also another friend, Pelumi Olugbenga, is also kind of our mentor. So the guy is a very smart guy, very good. He studied international relations in LASU, and he attended like United Nations conferences in the US like twice between I think between 2017 and 2018. So he also has some friends in grad school here in the US, some Nigerians, and like he always tells me and Kenny that we should work hard, we can get scholarship and live in Nigeria, blah blah blah, since we are very good academically. So it also kind of motivates us, which was very good for us.
I want to appreciate the fact that you aligned yourself with valuable people.
Yeah.
Because people underestimate we hear about this whole connection but you forget that connection is another human being.
Yeah.
And you have to just make those relationships.
Yeah. You have to really make those relationships. So, like, there's also this guy, Shosunde Oladimeji. He was the best graduating student in our set, and he finished with 4.95. He broke the record in LASU that time. The guy was in FMS, Management Sciences, Faculty of Management Sciences, and we still met. We are close friends till today. So, at that year two was just like the point where, like, things just really changed for good for all of us, because from that point, we just connected. like me and Kenny, we've been close since 100 level. We are in the same department, of course.
Yeah.
Then Pelumi, like we heard about Pelumi, how his work in school in terms of social impact and all that. I think when Pelumi went to the US, Kenny sent an email to Pelumi, like wanting to like learn from him and in terms of mentorship.
Mm-hmm.
So Kenny and Pelumi started talking, and of course I'm Kenny's friend. We're always
So
at the same place.
connected you.
So through Kenny, I started interacting with Pelumi. I found him so interesting. Like he's so knowledgeable. Like he's so versatile. Showed in the other image in FMS. Like we heard about someone that is trying to break a record at that time in LASU. He's on he's on 5.0, 4.98 or something. So Shotney was running an organization then, Excel Mind Academy Group, where they teach students tutorials and all that.
Yeah.
And he was trying to extend Excel Mind to sciences, to faculty of science. Then he has to like connect with some like scholars in sciences, and that was how we actually met.
Interesting.
And me and Kenny, we were trying to run an NGO. Then we started SDGs at LASU, where like we
what was it called?
To SDGs at LASU, like
SDGs.
trying to promote the Sustainable Development Goals set by the United Nations.
Damn.
So we already started our organization, and like Shotunde is working on Excel Mind, and SDGs has 17 goals, of which is quality education goal 4.
Yeah.
So since Shotunde is working on something relating to education,
something aligned,
we partnered. Yeah. So we formed a partnership, and from there we became friends.
Interesting.
So we brought Shotunde into SDGs as one of our executives and all that. Then Shotunde also integrated us to Excel Mind. So we worked hand in hand. And Pelumi was also part of our backbone. Like he knew about the United Nations and SDGs. So it was very easy for us to work together because we all have our individual projects, but eventually it's all just worked out.
Interesting. Do those organizations still exist today?
Yeah, Excel Mind is very much active.
Yeah.
SDGs is not really active anymore. We are trying to bring it back. Unfortunately, that was one of the things that I thought me and Kenny could have probably done better.
Yeah.
In LASU. So we are trying to work with the people in the school now and the national body of SDGs in Nigeria to bring it back.
Establish
to
something
LASU,
there.
like to make it more known. So 2017 was just like the major the probably the most crucial year of my undergrad.
Damn.
So that was how we all kind of connected. Like I think we are so lucky because we could combine academics with social impact. As at that time, I think it's also very obvious that even if you graduate with a first class, you need some skills.
People underestimate social skills.
Yeah.
Because even at your job, at your higher education level, in real life, period, once you leave the four walls of your school, no one really cares about how good you are in school.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I learned communication skills and writing skills and also like negotiation partnerships.
Yeah.
As I am now, like so many people have reached out to me on how to get a scholarship and all that after reading my story on LinkedIn. But I try to give them as much support as I can. But I think the major work lies on them.
Yeah.
Because they actually need to put in the effort. And like, I would definitely get there to all those things I actually had to go to get where I am today.
Yeah.
So I just thought I should touch base on how
I appreciate it.
Actually started.
That's a brilliant origin story.
Yeah. So I always have this mindset that anything is possible in life. Nothing is actually impossible. So you just have to like work towards it. Then I got to the final year. The most probably the most important phase of my undergraduate study personally.
Yeah.
And you will know why it was so important to me. I was at the top of the game at that point. Like you went to like so many conferences, went to Ghana, the United Nations conference. Kenny also went. You like represented LASU on different fronts. Like I went to the Nitimon conference, Nigerian Tertiary Institution Model United Nations Conference in 2019. Like we won so many awards for LASU. Shotunde was there.
That's very pretty impressive.
So at that time in 2019, Pelumi already moved to the US for his master's at University of Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay.
So we are still in communication with Pelumi. He always like motivates us, like making sure that we are still at the top of the game.
Yeah.
So in 400 level first semester, like I spoke to one of my lecturers again about like scholarships and all that. Then I realized that like I have to really put in an effort. Like I can't just keep dreaming and thinking about the scholarships without really making an effort. So the first step I actually made was to send emails to 20 schools. So the schools were schools in the US, the UK, Australia, New Zealand, and there's a country I'm missing.
Ukraine?
Canada.
Oh, you didn't go to Ukraine?
No.
None of Nigerians went to Ukraine. My cousin actually just go to Ukraine too.
So I sent emails to those 20 schools.
Yeah.
I told them I'm a first class graduate. I told them my CGPA. I'm a first class student in my final year.
Yeah.
And I told them my CGPA, sent my results, and I asked about the possibility of getting a scholarship, a postgraduate scholarship for my master's or PhD in their school. Most of those schools actually responded. They responded to my email. Like I had to like look at those emails from different schools in different countries, then weigh the importance, which one will be kind of easier for me in terms of like the application, the whole funding and all that. So I streamlined my choices to schools in the US, UK, and Canada. But one thing I found interesting about the US in particular, when it comes to like biomedical sciences or anything or science, for US schools, I don't need a master's to do a PhD. It's not a requirement. Even if you have a master's degree, you are still going to spend the same number of years doing your PhD as someone that came from undergrad.
Oh, really?
So the PhD, the number of years for a PhD in the US generally, when it comes to sciences, for sciences. So basically, biomedical sciences is 5 years.
Yeah, I think 4 or 5 years is pretty standard.
That was I found that so interesting, and the fact that I don't really need to do a master's.
So see, people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that.
People actually don't know that as at 2019, 2020, people don't really know that.
I mean, even here, some people don't know you can go from your B.Sc straight to do a PhD.
Yeah. I think people in Nigeria know more about it now because, like, someone like me, someone like Penny, we actually shared our story on LinkedIn, and we have like few followers that are actually like interested in academics. So like that was, I think, between like 2020 and now, a lot of people now know about this and like they're making efforts, which is very good, very encouraging.
Yeah.
So I saw that about the US schools, and I was very happy. And another reason why I was happy at that point was because I was already working with my professors to get publications. So when I finished, when I finished in LASU, I had 3 academic publications as an undergraduate student. And for these 3 publications, my undergraduate project is not there.
Whoa!
so
oh damn!
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think at the end of 300 level, some of our lecturers are writing a review on like nanobiotechnology, and the review was to be published in Springer Nature, which is a very big journal in like Switzerland and Europe. So it was very good for us, and like we had good relationship with the lecturers. We like added our input.
Oh damn! Our name, that's reputation right there.
Our name got into the paper. Eventually, it was published in like 2020, but we knew it was going to be published.
Yeah.
Then the two other publications were like journals in Nigeria. And Pelumi always tells us, because Pelumi was in the US, he always tells us that if we can try to get some publications before we finish, that will really be good for us in terms of applying for scholarships.
Definitely.
In the US. So I knew that was one of my major strengths. So I was very happy about that. But then, in 400 level first semester, I had a major setback. I was so scared for my future. And the reason why I was so scared was because I actually failed a course in my 400 level first semester.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, so I was so stressed that semester. Like, I went to Ghana before the exam, like 1 or 2 weeks before the exam. When I went to Ghana, I came back, I think, 2 weeks before the exam. Then, like, you have departmental seminar going on. There's this course, zoology. It's a different department that offers the course. So it's like an elective for me. It's a required course, but not compulsory.
Yeah.
So we have to do it. Either you pass it or not. So I was very lucky that it's a required course. If not, let's assume it's a compulsory course. I would have had a carryover and had to like retake the course the following year. And the course is a 3 units course. So it's really sucked my
Damn.
GPA. So my CGPA dropped from 4.7 to 4.5 to 4.58, which means that any mistake in my second semester,
Boom.
I'm
First
going
class
to
is
like
done.
4.49 or 4.48 or 4.47. So my first class dream is shattered.
Wait, just hold that thought. We'll go for a break and then we'll regroup after that. We're back.
Oh my God.
Zoology.
Yeah. From 4.7 to 4.58.
Damn.
Yeah, I was so scared. It was like, that felt like the critical moment in my undergraduate career, honestly. I couldn't tell my parents because they were very scared. Like, I'm this kind of guy that doesn't like pressure. Like, I like to do
You don't
stuff
like
at my own
pressure.
pace.
Oh, okay.
I don't like people really meddling in my business, or at that point, if I like told my parents, they would be so scared and they would check on me more. Like, they meant good.
Yeah, but they'll
good, but
be
I will
babysitting
feel
you at that
pressured.
point. Yeah.
Exactly. I'll feel pressured. So at that point, like, people were most probably like things spread so fast, and that kind of stuff felt like my downfall in undergrad.
Interesting.
Like, people don't expect that from a scholar. They don't expect like you to even like get an F.
How did your close friends feel about that?
My friends definitely supported me. Like, they had to just like be there for me.
Yeah.
Like, I spoke to Kenny. I told him that time that I feel I should maybe give up some positions, like some committee positions
Yeah,
and
there was a lot
organization. I should step down. and all that.
extracurricular stuff taking your
Exactly,
time.
and I should just like at this point focus on my academics. And at that point, I was also an executive in our student fellowship, like the Christian fellowship, then the government student fellowship. I was a member, and my final year I was an executive. So it was like generally I had a lot going on, and one of the things I thought about was to try to reduce the pressure on myself, try to give up so many positions and just focus on academics, because at that point I was so scared, honestly.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
And at that point, if I don't step up in the second semester, I wouldn't graduate with first class, because any other mistake, I'm out.
Done.
I'm done.
Yeah.
So it was very difficult, honestly. It was really difficult for me. People were so surprised. But then, like, the people that knew tried to cover it up, but I don't expect people to cover
This is
it
a
like that. Or
cover
it's
up.
life, people talk about it.
Yeah.
It's
Failure is
only
a part of
secret when you
growth.
don't tell anybody, but once someone knows, other people already knew. Because
Interesting.
you won't know when conversations will come up and they will talk about that thing that you feel them not to talk about. So before I know it, I had everywhere people talking about
But
it.
I wouldn't, if I put myself in your shoes, I wouldn't feel as confident. Because I'm not that, I'm not a failure, you're depressed, but it's like you have a reputation.
Yeah.
And that thing, people that were probably looking up to you might not have even failed that class.
Exactly.
They're probably like, that class wasn't difficult. What happened?
Yeah, and my lecturers were the class was actually difficult.
Yeah, okay.
But like, when you've proven over and over again, you've been consistent in terms of like getting a good grade.
Yeah.
Getting good grades and all that. So nobody expects that you won't be able to overcome that kind of difficulty. That kind of course, like nobody.
On the other hand, the regular guy in class who's just struggling
Exactly.
will be like, Olaide failed. I'm good.
Exactly. Yeah. So like Scholar, they actually call me Dayo. Dayo is my middle name.
Oh, okay.
That is my first name.
Interesting.
So most people knows me as Dayo.
The Scholar Dayo.
In undergrad, and most people, I know that I'm sure that people will be wondering where my connections are.
Yeah.
Like, I know a lot of lecturers. I know the Dean of Student Affairs. I've interacted with the VC and all that. And, Nigerian mentality, maybe you patch things up. But if you you do that, what will definitely get out? Like, let's say I want to go into politics tomorrow, or like
Someone
I'm
would
in a
dig
very
it up.
top position in the US.
It will come out.
Exactly. People will say you manipulated, you like they altered your grade, and
Mm-hmm.
when you were not supposed to graduate with a first class, you failed this course, they manipulated and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Of course, I went to ask the lecturers that took the course what really happened.
Yeah.
I requested for my script that I actually
I've
want
done
to
that
see
too.
it.
I've done that once before. Yeah.
Yeah, that I wanted to see it, and I saw it, and like it didn't look good. So
Damn.
it was me. It was a meeting, not as if someone failed me.
Accountability. Yeah.
So I think it was actually a meeting, and like people just have to take responsibilities for their downfall.
Yeah.
So it just happened. Life happens. But it was very difficult, honestly. At that point, I knew that any small mistake, I won't graduate first class. Second semester came, and I studied very hard. And even that second semester, it was so funny because few weeks to the exam. In fact, when the exam started, I was at Abuja representing Lagos State University
Whoa.
with other students at Nitimon. Yeah, that's the Nigerian Tertiary Institution with the United Nations Conference. That was later in 2019.
Yeah.
I was at Abuja that December. I think it's December. Yeah, representing LASU with other students. So, and I think I missed one or two exams. I missed about 2 exams because we are at that conference. But we were like given the opportunity to retake the exam because we went to represent the university at that point. The first exam, I wrote it in that lecturer's office. The lecturer was eating amala and I was writing my exam. It was weird. It's really weird.
That's such a. I can't even imagine the scene of somebody eating amala with begiri and then you're there writing an exam, fighting for your life.
It was actually.
Oh man, Nigerian lecturers are savage, yo.
Yeah, it was actually a weird feeling because it's only me taking the.
Yeah, you
know the kind of feeling where your class has taken their exam, then you are the only one left.
Even if you're confident, that scenario alone, the pressure is multiplied.
Exactly. Yeah. So I've always been independent. I don't take an exam hall.
Yeah.
So many students might not like me for that, but like
it is what it is.
They know me for who I am. The second paper I missed, I took it in the same exam hall that my classmates took theirs, but I was the only one in the exam hall with the lecturer supervising me.
Yeah.
So I wrote the exam. I had A in those courses. Like,
nice.
In fact, I had A in all my courses except a course. I think I had 1B. And that's 400 level second semester. I had 4.8
nice.
CGPA. So my CGPA actually moved to 4.6.
Oh,
and I graduated 4.6.
Nice.
So it was I don't know, like so many crazy things like that.
You will never forget zoology.
No. I can never forget
zoology. Oh man, that was.
Never forget that. Yeah. Yeah, it was.
But that's an impressive undergraduate journey, though.
Yeah, it is. It was very difficult.
That makes sense because for you to be where you are, doing what you're doing with the routes, you had to have had a peculiar experience. You graduated with first class.
Yeah, I graduated with a first class.
Now you can take a deep breath.
Exactly. I was so scared during that period. Like, I couldn't tell my parents about it, and like.
Did you eventually tell them?
No, I didn't tell them.
So till now, they don't even know you failed once?
No,
oh, damn.
They don't know.
They're gonna know now. They're gonna know now.
If they watch this, they might know, and like, always talk to me about.
It doesn't matter anymore. You're here.
But it doesn't matter. Like,
they don't have to know everything. Parents don't have to know everything about their children. That's fine.
And like, in a moment like that, you just have to motivate yourself. It would have been so terrible if I didn't graduate the first class. I don't know how I would have felt.
I haven't worked that hard from the day one, and then you're like 90% there.
Yeah,
you have to push yourself through.
Exactly,
there's just no way.
Exactly. I really respect myself for that. Like at the last minute when it really matters most, having to get a very good result for myself, like. First class is first class. I don't care. People might have 4.8. People might have 4.7. I really don't care.
Yeah.
As far as I graduated with the first class,
Yeah.
that's what that matters, honestly.
Yeah.
If I had even graduated with 4.5, I would still be happy because
Yeah.
it's still first class.
I like
Yeah,
that.
it's still first class. I continued my journey to leave Nigeria. Like
Oh, okay.
I was going to graduate with the first class. Like no job is waiting for me. You still like try to struggle to even like get a good job, and if you will get a good job, the payment scheme in Nigeria is not good compared to the inflation. So
Yeah.
how much should I be earning?
Did you have a plan B though?
No,
Because that. Oh wow, you did not.
I did not have a plan B. I actually placed all my hope in like getting a scholarship. So I went all out for a scholarship. I didn't look for a job after when I like graduated in LASU.
Damn.
I didn't look for a job. I went all out for a scholarship. In my 400 level second semester, I already applied to 3 scholarships in the US.
400 level.
Yeah, 400 level second semester. While I was like struggling to even still graduate with the first class,
Yeah.
I applied to Indiana University. I applied to Emory University in Atlanta, and also Boston University.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2020, before COVID started, I got 2 rejections on the same day, on the 23rd of January. That was Kenny's birthday in 2020. I can never forget that day.
So while your bro is like, yo, happy birthday, you're like, man.
It was Kenny's birthday, like
Oh, wow.
my Faculty of Science that day. I checked my email and I saw like the 2 rejection emails from Emory University and Indiana University on the same day. Like just 1 hour interval to each other.
Damn.
I think I don't know which one I saw first, but 1 hour later I saw the second one. Then I was like, what's going on? I was really sad. But luckily for me, I think the following like few weeks after, I got an interview invite from Boston University, because once you submit grad school application to the US, you are invited for an interview. Like once they've reviewed your application, your essays, and what you submitted, your CV, your recommendation letters, they invite you for the interview. That's the next stage of the process. And once you've gotten an interview invite, it means like they are really interested in you, and you have to convince them during the interview that you are really like interested in science, in research, and in coming to the school.
And these are all applications for PhD.
Yes, that's how most applications are for PhD. Yeah. So I had an interview invite from Boston University. It was scheduled for I think March or something, February or March, but COVID started then, so the interview was cancelled. Yeah, the interview was
It's not in
cancelled because of
person.
COVID, exactly. It was
Damn.
just a Zoom interview. I still asked myself why Boston University decided to cancel the interview. It was actually a setback. And like in doing these applications, I'm definitely like spending money because like
Oh yeah.
the application fees
Application
and all
fees.
that.
And
like,
that's all in USD, by the way.
yeah. I told my mom the whole plan as things are going with my plans post LASU.
Yeah.
So like she was helping me with some money. She was helping me.
That's
since I don't have a job, like,
valuable right there.
She was helping me with some money. Then in 2020, like lockdown, I was at home with my parents.
Were they like job?
They knew about the Boston University interview, so they believed in what I was trying to do. But when it was cancelled, like they just encouraged me to like go for it again.
Oh wow.
And Boston University actually told me to reapply again. There was a little green light from Boston University at that point. So in 2020, I was at Ikorodu doing the NSAS protest, like with one of my friends.
So you were out too?
Yeah.
Nice.
I wasn't out. I was out.
You were just
I spent some time with my friend's family then.
Oh, okay.
Abib is also in Indiana University now.
Oh wow.
So I was doing the new set of applications at that time. So I knew that like I almost got one in 2020, 2019/2020,
Yeah.
but it didn't go through because of COVID. So I could try again. And this time around, I was so smart because I increased my sample size. Instead of going for the 3 schools again, I went for 8 schools this time around.
Okay.
I was going all out. I'm currently in the Medical College of Wisconsin. I submitted the application last. That was the last application I submitted to Medical College. And 3 days after, they invited me for an interview. So that was very fast. I was so happy because the suspense wasn't really there.
Yeah, you applied and then
Exactly. And 3 days after, I got an interview invite. So I was very happy. Then I think in January 2021,
Yeah.
I got another interview invite for Boston University. So I was out of 8 schools, 2 invited me for an interview.
Including
MCW
and
College of
Boston.
Wisconsin and Boston University.
Yeah.
They both invited me for interview. I did the one for the medical college first. Then it went well. Like I met, I think I was interviewed by 4 professors. It was good. Like I tried to avoid the village people factor, the network, the NEPA issues also. So
okay. That took me a while to be like, well, what does it mean by village people factor?
Yeah.
And then when you now said NEPA, I was like,
Yeah.
okay, you are making sure nothing
Exactly.
went wrong with the interview. Okay,
Yeah,
that's good.
I had to like go to Lagos, my brother's house. Then I did an interview. It was very nice. I interviewed with Boston also. It was very nice. The other schools, a school in New York, gave me master's admission, but
Yeah.
scholarship. So I have to like fund myself, which
Nah.
I can't do because I don't have money.
Nah,
My
we're not doing that.
parents are not capable. And another school also, Purdue in Indiana, gave me a master's admission also, not scholarship. So after my interview with Boston and the Medical College of Wisconsin, I was placed on the wait list. So the another thing about the process is that after your interview, you have 3 possible outcomes. It's either you are accepted into the program instantly,
Yeah.
or you are placed on the wait list, or you are rejected. And the wait list work in such a way that like they know that people apply to so many schools at once, not just one school.
Yeah.
Even US citizens apply to like 2 or 3 schools.
Yep.
And even if you are accepted into like 3 programs, if you are given scholarship in
You
scholarship in
can only
schools,
pick one.
you can only pick one.
Yeah.
So that's the purpose of the wait list. So if someone rejects the admission, if they are
They have someone in there.
they'll bring you in.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
It was another critical moment for me. The suspense was there. I didn't hear from Boston or the medical college for several weeks, several months. Then around I think March, around March, then we got called up for NYSC. So I don't know whether I should go for NYSC or I should still wait for Boston and the medical college to make their final decision. So I actually do not know what to do at that point, but I registered for the NYSC. I was posted to Edo State. Like, so many people might not know that I actually registered for NYSC and was posted to Edo State, except the few last white I met there.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm not the social media type. I don't really post and broadcast stuff. So I went to the camp, but I just spent a week in the camp because I was sick. I was very sick at the camp. So they had to send me home.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
In
probably
fact,
like COVID.
Exactly. They suspected COVID, but my sickness was actually an emergency.
Oh, damn.
Like, it was an emergency. So I had to like take the next available flights to Lagos.
Wow.
Like, it was very, very bad. It was very bad. Then I had to go home the next day, hospital. I was in hospital for like a month. So in the US, like the admission cycle, the deadline for the admission cycle is April 15.
Okay.
So by April 15, all the schools have to like make their final decision on who to accept or who to reject. If you're on the wait list, and by April 16, 17, you've not had anything, it's
That's done.
rejection.
Wow.
It's done. So I was still at the hospital, and then I was like so sad, so depressed because like I was very sick at that point.
And then you're waiting for news and all
Exactly,
that
and I
stuff.
was waiting for news on the scholarship. I don't know what to do. My parents are so worried. Like, my parents really stood by me at that point. My friends also reached out because they knew I was in the hospital very sick. So my dad was already planning an escape route for me that I wasn't thinking about, like
Of course.
getting a direct entry form, go back to medical school,
Okay.
study medicine and all that. So I was meant to get the direct entry form around like the 9th of April. But the Medical College of Wisconsin has been like telling me to send my to tell my university to send my official transcript
Yeah.
to them. But I was like, you haven't given me the offer yet. I want to know the final decision of my application before I send my official transcript. So I didn't
Interesting.
know I was the one actually delaying the acceptance from them.
Oh.
Like since February, they've been telling me to
Wait. They were
send the
tasking you for them. Why didn't you send it?
I don't have money.
Or was it through the West? Through West?
Yes,
Or they were asking it directly?
My university has to like DHL it to them here in the US.
Oh.
So like I have to pay my university some money to do that. But like
You didn't want to spend the money.
I was so naive. I don't want to spend the money.
Oh
And
man.
also the fact that I was blinded with the fact that other schools always ask for your official transcript once you've been accepted.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Once you've been
Because
accepted.
maybe this is PhD. Because I came here for bachelor's.
Yeah.
That was part of your application process.
They accepted my student copy, my student transcript for the application process.
Didn't even, because you know the World Education Service.
Yeah.
So that's like right now I have 2 of my certificates on West just there that I can use anytime.
I didn't even do West because LASU transcript is designed in such a way that the grades are fully explained. So
Interesting.
if any other like university in any other country sees the transcripts, they would understand your grades.
Wow.
So like both Boston and the medical college here, they understood the transcript, so they accepted my student's copy for the application process.
Wow.
But the medical college placed me on the wait list. I think the email they sent to me after my interview was that I was on the top of the wait list, but I have to send my official transcripts in. And I responded to the email. It was a very stupid response. Like, if I can go back in time, I wouldn't do that anymore. I responded that I want to know.
Look at this guy. Yo.
The status of my
It's like, they literally told you, yo, send us a transcript. Like, no. Answer me. Such a Nigerian thing to do, yo.
Yeah, I was actually so naive. And then I told Kenny around March that they asked for my transcript.
And he was already here, right?
Kenny wasn't here already, but Kenny already had 3 offers.
Damn.
Kenny already had 3 scholarships from University of Pittsburgh, Purdue, and Indiana University. We already had those 3 scholarships on ground.
Wow.
So when I told Kenny was really mad at me.
Yeah. He's like, yo, what? Send your transcript.
So on the 7th of April, the Medical College of Wisconsin emailed me again that they want to make a final decision on my application.
Yo, do you know how hard my chest is? I know you're here right now. Do you know how hard my chest is beating just hearing you almost miss this opportunity?
So they sent the email again asking for my transcript on the 7th of April in 2021.
Damn.
I responded to them like I was very sick, obviously. I couldn't even process my transcript at that time.
Yeah.
So I had to just tell them that I can't process my transcript now. I'm very sick. And things became complicated because of COVID. So I had to like tell them that I was so lucky that they understood. But in the email, I ended with the fact that I'll be so like grateful if they can let me know what their final decision is. Then on the 8th of April, they accepted me. They sent me the acceptance letter.
Damn.
I was very happy.
Wow.
That was like the happiest moment of my life, honestly. I was very happy.
Well,
I told my parents and they were very, very... We were still in the hospital then.
Interesting.
I think...
Because they did have a copy of it, not just the official one from the school and all, but that's...
Yeah.
That's...
My dad had to go to LASU the next day.
And have them...
He had to beg them to send my transcript to the medical college. And like within a week, the transcript got to them. LASU is very reliable. When it comes to transcripts, LASU is very reliable. So LASU got my transcripts to them, to the US, the following week. And like the medical college confirmed to me that they've
received your transcript and everything, and then sent you the acceptance and everything.
In fact, they already sent me the acceptance on the 8th of April. They trusted me that I should send my transcripts like soon. Yeah. At least before I think June or May. Yeah.
See, that's the thing, and we're going to have to end here for now. We're going to have to come back because this is such an amazing story. The journey from your undergrad with so much experiences, so much involvement, to the challenges and resilience that you've built.
I almost blew up.
Yo. Like, yeah, but definitely I have to bring you back here, but we're out of time today. This is more than what I was expecting, bro. But that's great. This is the Niger conversation, and I'm happy you're having it with me.